It's cold.
Glorious. Hello world, hello Andrew. So this weekend I got an air conditioner for the previously unair conditioned downstairs, and let me tell you, it is glorious. I can finally keep the living room below 70 degrees. I can bake in the summer without wanting to die. The kitchen doesn't always suck. But I can't help but think back to Las Vegas, the city where I grew up, smack dab in the middle of one of the hottest deserts in the world. You see, 100 degrees didn't seem that hot, not when it could get up to 120 degrees, and 70 didn't seem that comfortable. It seemed downright chilly. I mean, I only saw a temperature below 32 degrees once before I moved up here when I was 16. And then when I moved up to the inland Northwest, I thought people were wimps for saying 90 degrees was hot. 90 degrees isn't hot, I'd think to myself. 90 degrees is a warm summer evening in September, and yes, I thought September was summer. And then fall rolled around, and I'm seeing people in shorts and tank tops while I'm shivering in my hoodie at 60 degrees, and I thought the whole region was nuts. I mean, I still kind of think that, but it's unrelated to the temperature now. But then a funny thing happened. I started to complain when the weather got above 80. When it was 50, I'd leave my hoodie at home. You see, I got thoroughly acclimated to my new environment, and things like -10 temperatures that used to seem unthinkable to me no longer were. Sure, they're unideal. Sure, they suck. But I'd lived through it, and I knew that I could live through it again, so it wasn't something I was afraid of anymore. This acclimatization process is something pretty much all organisms do, but it worries me. I see the things that the current US administration is doing, and it makes me worry that we're all going to become acclimatized to this environment. Each day we see something new that we'd never seen before, that would have been unthinkable just a few months ago. And this is happening with such frequency that it's starting to become normal, and that is dangerous. Now, this is the point in the conversation that people usually bring up the frogs. You know, you put a frog into boiling water and it jumps out, but you put a frog into more temperate water and slowly raise the temperature and it doesn't jump out. Yeah, you hear that all the time, and it frankly upsets me because they're missing a very important part of the experiment. You see, the frogs that didn't jump out had their brains removed. Pro tip, if someone wants to remove your brain, don't let them. And also, I feel like this shouldn't need mentioned, but apparently it does. We're not frogs. Frogs can get out of the water and nothing else. We can get out of the water and we can turn down the knob and make it a nice, comfortable temperature for everyone. Sure, turning down the knob is harder than running away. It's a lot harder, and there's people that are going to try to stop you from turning that knob. But we can all do that. We can make calls, we can talk to our friends, we can try to convince our friends, and we can vote when the time comes. And we can turn down that knob. Andrew, I look forward to seeing your next video. I'll see you on Thursday.